that the biblical evidence is most probable to be correct? Since we can't know with certainty anything that we haven't really seen.
Okay, I think we can know with certainty, but we can't prove. I think you're making a great point. I cannot prove to you that Napoleon fought the Battle of Waterloo. There's much historical evidence, and that is why I would say I am certain that Napoleon fought the Battle of Waterloo. Can I prove it beyond the shadow of a doubt? No, I cannot. So, the evidence is Jesus of Nazareth lived, taught, died, and rose from the dead. Can I prove that? No. But there is so much evidence pointing to that that I can be certain that that actually happened. And that is why when people say to me, oh, Muhammad never existed, I say, I'm sorry. I am certain Muhammad existed because the historical evidence points to Muhammad having existed.
So, but by certainty, you mean that it would just be a probability high enough that, for all intents and purposes of humans, we can say we're certain.
You listen very well, and I appreciate it. You know very well that I've never stood out here and said, I can prove that God exists. I can prove that Jesus is the truth. I don't think I can prove to you that you're sitting right where you are.
Right.
See, I can't prove to you that my eyesight perceives reality. There's a lot of evidence. In fact, there is so much evidence that my eyesight perceives reality that right now I stop. And I don't lapse into this philosophical la-la land. Oh, you know, maybe I can't really perceive reality, so I'm just going to keep swinging. Baloney. Total baloney. I couldn't believe it. I was speaking at Columbia University in New York City, and these Columbia students first hit me with, hey, man, how do you know that a scientist just didn't create you this morning in a vat and give you all your memory bank that you have? I thought that they were playing games with me. I'm here at an Ivy League school. These are brilliant people. Wow. And so I'm struggling with it. Then I find out that's what these guys were really taught in humanities class earlier. That it's possible that you were made in a vat by a scientist this morning, and all that you think is your memory of your past years, they just put that in your head. Man, that's scary. I'm sorry, I can't live my life that way. I live my life looking for evidence. And when I see that the evidence points in a direction, I make decisions.
Right. So my question is, are you saying that there's as much evidence as we have of like that our eyesight perceives reality as there is for the Bible being the historic evidence? Or is it just the most likely?
Okay.
Is it 60% as opposed to the 40% of Islam or the...
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason I like your question is because it gets to the issue of knowledge. There is scientific knowledge, physical knowledge. I can go up to you and I can touch you and say, he is here. I can with my eyes see you and say, yeah, you are there. I can't do that with Abraham Lincoln. Okay, I have to trust that eyewitnesses who saw Lincoln accurately recorded the man. So that's a different type of knowledge, historical knowledge, from scientific or physical knowledge. But the more I think about it, yes, I can go up to you and I can touch you and I can say, okay, he's there. But guess what? That's not a friendship. A friendship is based on me trusting you, right? And I can't prove that you're not going to rip me off. In fact, none of you can prove that your roommate's not going to stick your knife in your back tonight as you're lying on your bed asleep. It is possible.
That's crazy.
No, it's not crazy. People get stabbed. But the evidence is FIU doesn't allow those kinds of students into this school.